Hey sinners, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Shane, and today we are doing the second part of the second solo box opening. I've got a box of 25 CGCs here. I don't know what's in them. They came in today. I grabbed them, come home, and it's now like 12 o'clock at night and I'm filming this video to get it to you guys over the next few weeks. We've done part one. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's up here somewhere. I never know which way to point, I'm not going to lie. Really good results, really cool comics. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, go and check it out because there's some cool bits in there. So without further ado, just so you guys know, I'm going to pull them out, cover the results. I'm not going to try and guess the grade because I can't see the comic properly and there's only just me here. But we'll find out together. So let's do the next five. Okay, we have Harley Quinn, Black, White and Redder, #1, the foil edition. So this is from September of last year. And let's see what we got. 9.6. Okay, right. So if you watched the last video, I talked about the foils, and it's very hard to hide anything in a foil. There's the any markings just show straight up. So let's see what we got. Okay, so can we see anything? So we've got the undercut, but that's synonymous with DC now at this point. Okay, so yeah, straight away, unfortunately, I can see a ding here. It's not a color break, but it is a ding, and unfortunately, on a foil comic, a ding like this is just going to stick out like a sore thumb. I say that. Let me take that back. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, but it's a little bit more visible because it's foil, and it catches the light the right way. You can, as we're looking there on the video, you can just see. And just as the light's caught out there's a little bit of an indentation here as well. And I've spotted there's an indentation just on the spine there. So 9.6. Oh, that's interesting. There's some markings there, and I don't know if that's the inside. I don't think. 2 seconds. Sorry, this part's boring. No, that is not on the comic. It's actually on the inside. That's not on the comic. 9.6. I'd say 9.6 is a fit. What a cover, by the way. Look how cool that is. 9.6 is a fair grade. I've just spotted. I don't know if the light will let it pick it up. Yeah, there you go. You could just see there's a couple of scratches just along here as well. Again, as I mentioned in the previous video, with the foils, it's so hard to get a clean. They don't come bagged and boarded. They're stacked on top of each other. It's a bit of a nightmare. Really cool cover. Really great grade. I think 9.6 is still great. Obviously, you want 9.8 or 9.9 or a 10. Everyone does. But you've got a bit of a dink in it. I think 9.6 is the right grade, and I have no qualms with that whatsoever. And what a great cover. It's such a cool artwork. Yeah, so that's my big thing with the foils, is it's just hard because the comics come and, they're just stacked on top of each other, and you get a bit of a bump in the road and a bit of this, that, and you have a bit of grit underneath, scratches there. Anyway, great start. Let's go front. All the way to the front. Okay, we got a custom label. So what's this? Oh, I just seen the grade. Ooh, Amazing Spider-Man 33. This is not mine. I know. I don't have this. I've been after one of these for a while. Iconic cover. Hey guys, just a quick one from me. I've interrupted this video. I'm recording this on the Sunday night. This is supposed to go out. It will go out tonight. But this part is not true. This is actually my comic. I forgot that I won it in an auction and I sent it off. Now that makes me sound spoiled because I don't know what I've got. But this was in a period where I was buying quite a lot of comics. And yeah, so this actually turns out to be mine. And yeah, I'm sort of happy with the grade, but I won't spoil anything else. Let's see what the rest of the video says. we've got a 4. Custom label. Such a great cover. Such a great cover. I've had a chance of having this a couple of times, and excuse me, a couple of times, and the first time I had it, I decided to get something else instead. Shouldn't have. And then the second time, I hesitated, and I missed out. They're available, but they've gone up in price, and I understand why. You know, it is a beautiful cover. It's got a 4.5, so off-white to white pages. Can we see what's wrong? Yes, of course we can. It's a 4. We have spine ticks. Again, this comic is from 66. It's, what's that? 50 years old, 60 years, how old is that? 60 years old. Yeah, it's nearly 60 years old, 59 years old. We can see loads of rub, loads of spine ticks with colour breaks. There's a slight roll here the other way compared to what we talked about earlier, this rolling around the back. We can see that here, massively. Back, very faded. Chunk taken out here, roll over. The spine is completely rolled, so the staples are actually on the back of the comic and not on the front. I love seeing these old ads as well on the back because it's just hysterical. There we go. Yeah, okay, absolutely great cover. 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 is a great grade. For what it is, it's a great grade. Again, surprised with off-white to white pages, because I would have thought something this old occasionally be in this condition normally hits just off-white. Not always. Obviously, we have a stamp on the back as well. That would be taken into consideration, but it's no longer degraded because of that, so it doesn't get the green label. So it's not classed as a face anymore. But what a cover. What a cover. That's got to be a customer's. Again, can't be the stores because the store won't have one. It would be in my collection. I don't have 33. I have a load of others. I have a decent run of the first volume of Spider-Man, but yeah, not so many of the lower numbers with the first appearances. But one day. Right, okay, so we have... Actually, I'm going to pop that one back a minute. I can't see what it was, but I went from the front again. So I'm just going to go middle of the pack. Ooh, I'm glad I went middle of the pack. We've hit a big boy. We've hit paperwork. That's what we've hit. Get the fucking paperwork out here. I've dropped my bracelet now as well. One thing I'm being scared of losing. Giant Size X-Men #1. What a comic. Oh. I said I wouldn't do the guessing game. I'm not going to try and do the guessing game. I'm looking at the back. There's a stain on the back. There's a fold in the corner. But the back is actually pretty clean. I know that's ironic because I just said it was a stain. But I mean is, like on the Spider-Man we just seen, the back was quite yellowed and so on and so forth. This is pretty clean. 75 is obviously a little bit younger, but let's see what we got grade-wise. 5. Okay. Iconic. No, this is not mine. I know. It sucks. But I've got the hold one, I suppose. It's probably as close as I'm going to get to buying one at the moment. Really cool cover. Like as I said, nice and clean. Off-white to white pages again. Can't we see the problems? Yes, of course. Again, it's got a 5, so they're pretty obvious when you've got quite a low grade. We've got a tear in the cover here and a slight, what looks like a roll. But the spine doesn't seem rolled. But maybe the page it wasn't cut, and then that's created a. We've got a slight tear rip there, a little bit there missing. We got some folds, another little dink at the top. We have the spine. There is a. No, I wouldn't say there was a roll on it, so I'm not quite sure why. Maybe that's a common occurrence. Corner here, we can see there's the indent, a dent, a bit taken out of there, sorry, and then we got indentations and a slight tear, and then indentations up the spine. We see the wears. Then obviously, then we've got some spine ticks, and again in the corner here we got a bit of taken out and a slight tear. And then, as I was saying about the back, it's pretty clean. Stain I was on about is just in here. It's not major, but it's visible. We've got some indentation markings here. As the light just picks it up, you can just see it. Yeah, a 5. It's iconic cover, outstanding, and I'm really glad I went for the middle of the pack now, because that is a thing. 5 seems, I'd say, well, I think it's in a lot better condition than the Amazing Spider-Man we just had. And I wouldn't argue if it was a 5.5, because I feel that it's more than one bump up from that Spider-Man. So 5.5, I think it's there or thereabouts. One of them is slightly off. To be honest, if I'm going to be honest about it, I think this is a 5. I think the Spider-Man is probably leaning more towards the 4. But I think age has been taken into consideration, and that's why it's got a 4.5. I wouldn't argue the 4.5 on it, but if I had to pick one, I would drop that one and keep this one as a 5. And I'm sorry, customer, if this is yours and not yours, and blah blah blah. I'm just being honest. It's just my opinion. I don't work for CGC anyway, so. Right, okay. So 3 comics in. Glad I went to the middle of the pack. So this time we're gonna go to the back of the pack. See if we can keep it right to the back. Last one, or first one, depends on which way I got the box, I guess, but I'm casting that as the front, then this is the back, closest to me. Okay, I got a custom cover. I've seen the grade. Oh, we got another one. We got another good one. Okay. I say it again, there's more paperwork. Why is there no paperwork in these things? Good God, people, do your jobs. That's me, by the way. I can't really do the jobs because I don't want to know what's in there. Normally what happens is, just so you guys are clear why we've never done the paperwork thing before, the staff member normally goes through and pulls out all the paperwork and then gives me the box. Didn't get a chance to do that today because I just took the box ready so I can drop it tomorrow and customers can have a thing back. Now, if you've seen it on the last solo, my bad boy when these come back, and I was grateful for the grade, because I had a bit of a nightmare where it magically got dented and the page ripped, but it got cleaned and pressed and got a 9.6. Spoilers if you haven't seen that video. If you haven't seen that video, why are you watching this one? Go watch that one first. But I was amazed and I loved it, and I'm beyond happy I got a 9.6. I had a feeling it would be a 9.8 when I had it previously, and then it got damaged. But anyway, this is a mine. I know what it's got because I seen it on top when I pulled it out. Custom label 7.5. 7.5. Again, I'm a sucker for old covers. Like, I'm old and I like old covers. Right, let's have a look. So we got a 7.5. We got a custom label. The matches. Black Suit Spider-Man. Right, what have we got here? So it looks slightly faded to me. I think, I don't know if the camera's going to pick out. It does have a bit of a fade on it, so that would be taken into consideration. It's white pages, which is great. We can see the spine is rolled, so it's leaning more over, but not by much. And yeah, so up in the corners here we got some indentations, down the spine, indentations. 7.5. The corners got a bit of a knock here. They're slightly rounded. Again, the comic is 80, what was it, 84? Yeah, 84. We can see some discoloration on the back. There's some rub here and across the top, and that that rollover can be seen here. You can just make out the pages, and then it just disappears up this way. So you can just see that there. Yeah. Yeah, okay, 7.5. I'd say that's probably about the right grade. I wouldn't mark it down more. I could possibly be a little bit better than say an 8, but I think an 8 is just taking it. No, I think 7.5 is spot on. I think an 8 is taking it too far. It looks pretty clean, but there is some wear on the back, some rubbish, other bits and pieces. I'm not sure if this went for the cleaner press. Again, I'm not sure about any of these comics. This is obviously a customer's. If this didn't go for the cleaner press and they wanted to, I would say it could possibly bump it up a grade. But that would be a chance they would have to take. You know, you've got some areas that could benefit from it, as I mentioned on the back. 7.5 and another great comic. Wow, this video, man. This video, I'm like, it's been a long day, and I like stuff like this. This is part 2. I've still got another 3 parts to go, so I'm hoping I'm not using all this in the first couple of videos. So we'll go back to the front, but we'll go back a couple for the last one for this video. I have still got editing to do. So I have got Amazing Spider-Man #1 from 2014. I can't see what cover that is on the camera, so let's just reveal what it's got. It's got a 9.4, okay. So 9.4. Ah, yes, okay. The all new Spider-Man. Okay, 9.4. Can we see? Well, that's interesting. Spine looks pretty sharp. White pages, which you would expect because it's a fairly modern comic. There is a slight kick up here. Again, could be a printing, but it looks a little bit more than printing. Like it's taking not so much a knock, but that's fine. Okay, so we've got a dark cover back. Can we see anything on there? Am I missing anything? Are you guys seeing anything on? I've seen something straight away. Okay. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there's rub. Bit of rub going all the way up here. I don't know if the camera's... Yeah, there you go. The camera can just see it. You can just see it here. So there's a bit of rub there. Just have a quick ganders. Is that off? So we've got, let's go back to this camera, we've got some little lips on the corners. They're not as sharp as they could be. I feel like it's got a bit, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can see the pages here, and you can't in here. It's almost like it's got a bit of a roll, but well, I can't really tell if it has because of the way the cover is. The staples look intact, and actually no, it has. If again, I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up. If you can see the spine here, it goes in a different angle. There is a slight roll there. I think that's what's affected the grade, as well as the corners. Like I said, they have their things, but that'll be taken into consideration. And then obviously you've got the rub there in the back. 9.4, that's a fair grade. I think that roll has been taken in. I don't think, if that roll has been taken in, it's not a common occurrence, obviously, to start with. I can't see any spine ticks, any marks on the actual comic itself. I do see the wear down here, and I spotted one more thing, which again is just slightly covered, but down here there's a bit of a lip. So you can just see the white coming through. I think the camera can pick that up. Yeah, it's picking it up there. So you could just see the white coming through. There's a bit of a thing there. 9.4, I think that's a fair grade. I have no qualms about that. I think the roll, the rub on the back of the lips and the corners, I think it's worthy of being knocked down a few grades. Yeah, cool. Okay, so quite Spider-Man heavy. What was the first one? Harley Quinn, then Spider-Man, then X-Men, then Spider-Man. Well, Black Suit Spider-Man, first appearance. Right, okay. Right, okay, so that's part 2 done. Again, some really cool grades, some stuff to discuss on them. I don't disagree with anything. Again, I know I said the giant size, I believe the giant size is the right mark of 5. The Spider-Man could go either way. I think if you're comparing them side by side, it would probably be a little bit more toward the 4. But there's nothing wrong with the 4.5. I think for the comic of that age, it's the right grade. I'm really happy. And then I've had some really cool comics, so that's made me even more happy. And I've got 3 videos to go. So you got 3 videos to watch, and they will be coming every Sunday at 6 o'clock. If you want a reminder of how they are, if you just click subscribe and then the little bell, you'll get a little notification. But if you can subscribe anyway, that'd be great. And if you can drop a like and a comment and let me know what you think about the grades and the comics we pulled, that'd be really helpful. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Good night, God bless, all the best. Ta now. Thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. If you have any questions, leave in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Good night, God bless, all the best.